Get business done with the new American Express Graphite Business Cash Unlimited card. With unlimited 2% cash back on all eligible purchases, unlimited 5% cash back on flights and prepaid hotels booked through American Express Travel Online, and a flexible spending capacity that can grow with your business, you'll have the confidence to keep building. Apply today and earn a welcome offer of $1,500 cash back after you spend $50,000 in qualifying purchases on your new card within the first 6 months of card membership. Terms apply. Learn more at go.amex/graphite.
What would it mean for your mental health and well-being if you could find lasting peace of mind, no matter what challenges you might face? Can you learn how to worry less about things you can't control? And how can you bring more calm and clarity into your life? That's what I'm talking about this week. So, if you're ready to find mental clarity and greater peace of mind, then let's talk. Hello, and thanks for joining me for the Let's Talk About Mental Health podcast, the independent show full of simple ideas for better mental health. If you're new here, then hi, I'm Jeremy Godwin, podcast creator and writer, and this isn't another show full of interviews or random opinions. I'm also a mental health counsellor, and each week I teach you practical and effective ways to improve your mental well-being, all based on quality research as well as my own experience of learning to live with anxiety and depression, after a breakdown in 2011 that changed my life. This is episode 256, and today I'll be talking about practical ways to find greater inner peace, what it means, why it matters, and how you can do it. So, let's talk. Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, your mind racing with worries about things that haven't even happened yet and which may never happen? Or maybe you've noticed how easily your mood shifts when life throws a curveball at you. If so, you're not alone. We live in a chaotic world that goes faster than a toddler on caffeine, where peace of mind can sometimes feel like a rare luxury. But it doesn't have to be that way. What if you could find a way to stay calm no matter what's going on around you? How great would that be? Well, it's absolutely possible. And today I'm going to be talking about simple ways to start finding more and more moments of peace, all of which add up over time to help you feel calmer and to improve your mental health. While there's no magic pill you can pop that will instantly bring you never-ending peace of mind, there's a lot of stuff you can do to proactively manage your state of mind and to create the space you need to feel less stressed out and more calm. When you proactively work towards creating a sense of calm and balance in your life, it has a ripple effect on every aspect of your life. From how you manage stress, to how you approach your relationships with others, and even to how you handle the inevitable tough times that life will throw our way every now and then. It's not about avoiding challenges or pretending everything's fine, but instead, it's about learning how to navigate life with a greater sense of clarity and ease. Peace of mind isn't something you just stumble across by accident. It takes work, and it's something you need to cultivate with intention. And the good news is that the benefits for your mental health are well worth the effort you need to put in. So let's take a moment to get ourselves on the same page with some definitions, and let's talk about what does finding lasting peace of mind mean? At its core, peace of mind is about achieving a state of inner calm where you feel centered and in control, even when life throws challenges your way. It's not about living in a bubble of constant happiness and bliss, but more realistically, it's about being able to handle whatever comes your way with a sense of steadiness and clarity. When you find peace of mind, you're able to move through life with less stress, less emotional upheaval, and more resilience. Finding lasting peace of mind is something that many people strive for, but it can often feel elusive especially in a world that's constantly busy, noisy, and full of distractions. A big reason for that is that we often tend to think that we have to be in a permanent state of calm, like some sort of guru. But I think we all know that's just not realistically achievable for most of us. And it's not really necessary either. Like all things in life, it's about finding a healthy balance so you can deal with the realities of life without allowing yourself to become bogged down by drama, nonsense, and shenanigans. On a practical level, finding lasting peace of mind means taking proactive steps to calm the noise, both externally and internally. It's about creating habits and routines that support your mental well-being, and it often involves learning to manage your thoughts and emotions in a more balanced way. For example, practicing mindfulness can help you stay present rather than getting caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. Setting clear boundaries with others is another way to protect your peace, because it stops you from taking on unnecessary stress or emotional burden. In a mental health context, finding peace of mind is about managing the factors that contribute to issues like stress, anxiety, overwhelm, emotional instability, etc. It involves regularly creating space for yourself to rest and recharge, mentally and emotionally, and being aware of what triggers feelings of stress or anxiety in you. For example, if you know that certain situations or people tend to unsettle you, then part of finding peace is being able to either avoid those triggers or change how you respond to them. It might also mean learning to accept that some things are out of your control and focusing instead on what you can change, like your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, and how you care for yourself. Peace of mind doesn't mean eliminating all the challenges of life, because really that would be futile to even try. But instead, it's about equipping yourself with the tools and strategies to face challenges in a calm and confident way. When you do that, you're in a better position to protect your mental health and well-being, because you're less likely to be overwhelmed by stress or negative emotions. Okay, so now let's talk about why working on your peace of mind matters. And it matters because it puts you in control of how you navigate life's challenges and all the stuff that goes on around you and within you. It's easy to fall into the habit of just reacting to stress or difficult circumstances. But when you make peace of mind a priority, you're choosing to take a more deliberate and considered approach to things. Instead of letting external events or other people dictate your emotional state, you're actively cultivating habits and thought patterns that keep you grounded. This shift from being reactive to proactive is empowering, because it allows you to move through life with a greater sense of stability and calm. And by making peace of mind a goal and a priority, you're also laying the foundation for better decision-making, improved relationships, and a more balanced life overall. In mental health terms, proactively working towards peace of mind is absolutely crucial, because it helps you manage your mental and emotional well-being before things escalate. Stress, anxiety, and overwhelm are often the result of situations being left to simmer, where emotions aren't addressed until they eventually boil over. By focusing on your peace of mind, you're actively working to prevent that buildup, creating a mental environment that is less likely to tip into burnout, anxiety, or depression. This proactive approach doesn't just help you deal with problems when they arise. It reduces the likelihood of these issues taking root in the first place. When you focus on finding lasting peace of mind, the benefits are enormous. You're likely to experience reduced stress, improved emotional regulation, and a stronger sense of resilience, all of which can lead to better sleep, more stable moods, and a greater capacity to handle everyday challenges without feeling overwhelmed. On a broader level, finding peace of mind can improve your relationships, as you're more likely to communicate calmly and set healthy boundaries. In short, when you invest in peace of mind, you're investing in every aspect of your life and creating a ripple effect that enhances your mental, emotional, and physical health. So, how do you do that? Well, let's first take a quick break to hear from the brands who help me create this show each week.
K-pop Demon Hunters Haja Boys Breakfast Meal and Huntrix Meal have just dropped at McDonald's. They're calling this a battle for the fans. What do you say to that, Rumi?
It's not a battle. So glad the Saja Boys could take breakfast and give our meal the rest of the day.
It is an honor to share.
No, it's our honor.
It is our larger honor.
No, really. Stop.
You can really feel the respect in this battle. Pick a meal to pick a side.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's while supplies last.
Good sleep is everything. That's why Ollie's Science Back Support is made with a blend of melatonin and L-theanine for both kiddos and grown-ups. So when your mind won't switch off, you've got something that can help. Your racing thoughts and restless nights won't stand a chance. Find Ollie Sleep Solutions for the whole family at ollie.com. That's OLLY.com.
Eczema is unpredictable, but you can flare less with Ebglyss, a once-monthly treatment for moderate to severe eczema. After an initial 4-month or longer dosing phase, about 4 in 10 people taking Ebglyss achieved itch relief and clear or almost clear skin at 16 weeks. And most of those people maintain skin that's still more clear at 1 year with monthly dosing.
Ebglyss, lebrikizumab LBKZ, a 250 milligram per 2 milliliter injection, is a prescription medicine used to treat adults and children 12 years of age and older who weigh at least 88 pounds or 40 kilograms with moderate to severe eczema, also called atopic dermatitis, that is not well controlled with prescription therapies used on the skin or topicals, or who cannot use topical therapies. Ebglyss can be used with or without topical corticosteroids. Don't use if you're allergic to Ebglyss. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems. You should not receive a live vaccine when treated with Ebglyss. Before starting Ebglyss, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection.
Ask your doctor about Ebglyss and visit ebglyss.lilly.com or call 1-800-LILY-RX or 1-800-545-5979.
And welcome back. Now let's get into the how-to part of today's episode, and let's talk about how to protect your inner peace. Okay, so my first tip is to make peace of mind a priority. And here's what I mean by that. If peace of mind isn't something you actively prioritize, it can easily get pushed aside by the demands of daily life. When you consciously make peace of mind a priority, you're giving yourself permission to focus on your mental and emotional well-being, which has a positive ripple effect on everything else. Peace of mind sits at the top of my own priority list, and it means that it informs every choice I make. If something is going to detract from my peace, then the price is too high and I say no or take a different approach. By treating your own peace of mind as a non-negotiable priority, you can be more pragmatic and thoughtful about what you agree to and what you don't. Okay, next, let go of what you can't control. One of the biggest causes of stress is trying to control things that are beyond your power. The fact is that some things are out of your control, and choosing to accept that fact instead of resisting it allows you to focus on what you can change instead of wasting energy on what you can't. Remind yourself daily, even multiple times a day, that no amount of worry will change certain outcomes. And instead, redirect your energy towards taking constructive steps to change the things you can change. Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about freeing yourself from unnecessary mental drama. Speaking of that, my next point is choose to steer clear of drama. One of the quickest ways to lose your peace of mind is by getting caught up in drama, whether it's at work, in your personal life, or online. Consciously avoiding drama allows you to conserve your mental and emotional energy for the stuff that actually matters, instead of wasting it on negativity or conflict. For example, if certain people leave you feeling drained, or certain types of media make you anxious, then it's worth considering how much time you spend engaging with them. You can steer clear of drama by choosing not to engage in gossip or negativity, limiting time spent with people who thrive on chaos and messiness, and avoiding unnecessary arguments, especially on social media. When you limit your exposure to drama, you create more space for calm and for more meaningful connections with people who uplift you. So that leads to my next point: set clear boundaries and stick to them. And of course, the subject of boundaries is famously one that I bang on about on a fairly regular basis, and with good reason. Boundaries protect your peace of mind by ensuring that you don't take on more than you can handle, either physically or emotionally. When you set and maintain clear boundaries, being very specific about what you will accept and what you won't, it means that you're in control of how much energy you give to others and how much you keep for yourself. It also means that you understand that you don't have to put up with crap and that you're prepared to call out crap if and when it comes your way, so you don't end up covered in all of that crap. So start by identifying areas in your life where you feel drained or overwhelmed, or relationships where you feel you aren't being treated with respect, and then communicate your limits and what you need clearly to the people involved. It could be as simple as saying no to extra work, or limiting your time on social media if you're not having a positive time on there, through to addressing specific behaviors that a family member or friend keeps repeating that have a negative impact on you. The key here is to remember that setting and sticking to your boundaries allows you to prioritize your mental well-being. Now, if this is something that you struggle with, check out episode 248 about how to set healthy boundaries and stick to them. Okay, next. Be honest about issues and address them. So let's have some real talk for a moment. Avoiding issues or pretending they don't exist might seem like the easier option in the moment, but it only defers the inevitable, and it often leads to a buildup of resentment or frustration. Dealing with issues immediately allows you to clear the air, resolve conflicts, and prevent problems from festering. If something is bothering you, then be upfront about it by approaching the situation calmly and respectfully, and being open to a two-way conversation about it. While addressing issues might feel uncomfortable in the short term, it leads to long-term peace of mind by creating healthier and more honest relationships, not to mention helping to avoid future conflict. So, say what needs to be said. Next, look after yourself. I just recently had a conversation with someone about how important it is that you put your personal life and your personal needs at the top of your priority list, because otherwise everything and everyone else gets your attention and your energy, and you'll be the one to suffer because nobody's going to look after your needs for you. Make time for yourself and set your needs as a high priority, because nobody can or will look after them for you. Also, take care of the basics. Get enough sleep, eat well, move your body regularly, and make time for activities that bring you joy, both with others and just with yourself. By nurturing yourself and your well-being, you're creating a solid foundation for mental peace. Okay, next, manage your time effectively. Time management directly impacts your peace of mind because we all have stuff to do, but when you feel overwhelmed by tasks, it's really hard to stay calm. Organizing your time allows you to feel more in control and less stressed, and you can do it by planning your day in advance, setting priorities, and breaking larger tasks into smaller and more manageable steps. By tackling your to-do list systematically, you'll avoid feeling overwhelmed and maintain a greater sense of calm. Next, limit multitasking, because it can lead to mental overload and prevent you from fully engaging with the present moment. Focusing on one task at a time allows you to be calmer and more mindful, and it reduces the stress that comes with trying to juggle too much at once. Focus on setting clear priorities and tackling each task individually, giving it your full attention before moving on to the next. This not only improves your productivity, but it also promotes a more peaceful state of mind. Okay, next, practice deep breathing. And this is another one that I think I've probably said about 475,000 times at this point. But the fact is that deep breathing is a simple and effective technique for calming the mind and body, especially in stressful moments. Because slow, deep breaths signal to your nervous system that it's safe to relax. Try inhaling deeply through your nose for a count of 4, holding for 4, then exhaling slowly through your mouth for another count of 4. Repeat this several times to help slow down a racing heart or mind. It's an instant way to find peace wherever you are. Next, write a worry list, then tear it up. Look, sometimes peace of mind comes from getting your worries out of your head. When you physically write down your worries, you're acknowledging them without letting them just swirl around in your mind. List all the things troubling you, then symbolically release them by tearing up the paper. It's an easy and creative way to let go of what's bothering you, and it can feel surprisingly freeing. Okay, next, simplify your life. A cluttered life often leads to a cluttered mind, making it harder to find peace. Simplifying your life reduces mental and emotional overwhelm, whether that means decluttering your physical space or streamlining your commitments. Try cutting back on unnecessary possessions, obligations, or activities that don't add value to your life. Focus on what truly matters to you and let go of the rest. Simplifying your life creates more room for peace and helps you feel more grounded. Next, cultivate patience. Patience is a powerful skill that can transform how you respond to life's ups and downs. When you're patient, you're giving yourself the time and space to think things through rather than reacting impulsively, which often leads to stress or regret. Try practicing deep breathing when you feel frustration building, and remind yourself that not everything needs an immediate solution. Over time, developing patience will help you face challenges with calmness and clarity. If you tend to be impatient, like me, then first of all, welcome to the club. Your membership badge is on its way. And secondly, you'll find the tips I covered in episode 252 helpful, since that was about how to overcome your impatience. I mean, they're working for me, and I'm the poster child for impatience. Okay, next, practice mindfulness daily. Mindfulness is all about bringing your attention to the present moment and letting go of worries about the past or future, which reduces mental clutter and allows you to focus on what's actually happening, rather than what you think might happen, which probably never will happen. Spend just 5 minutes each day focusing on your breath, paying attention to the sensations in your body, or observing your surroundings without judgment. By doing this regularly, you'll begin to train your brain to be less reactive and more grounded. Next, spend time in nature. Being in nature has a calming effect on the mind and body, reducing stress hormones and helping you reconnect with yourself and the world around you. Try spending time outside regularly, whether it's a walk in the park, a visit to the beach, or simply sitting in your garden. Nature's beauty and tranquility naturally bring a sense of calm that can soothe even the most restless mind. And that leads to my next point, spend time with animals. Okay, so animals, whether they're pets or even wildlife, can have a deeply calming effect on you because their simple presence brings a sense of connection and mindfulness. Spend time playing with your dog or cat, watch birds in the park, or even visit an animal sanctuary. Just maybe don't try to play fetch with the lions. Animals live in the present moment, and their energy can naturally help you do the same, bringing you a sense of peace and joy. Next, embrace meditation. So, meditation is one of the most effective ways to cultivate inner peace because it trains your mind to quieten down, allowing you to detach from racing thoughts and just simply be. Set aside even just 5 to 10 minutes a day to sit quietly and focus on a guided meditation, which apps like Calm or Headspace can help you with. Or even just do some gentle breathing exercises like I mentioned earlier. Over time, meditation helps create a deep sense of calm that lingers long after you've finished. Okay, next, try creating a personal mantra. This might feel like a woo-woo approach for some of you, but it can be really powerful. A mantra is a positive phrase or statement that you repeat to yourself to create a calming effect and reinforce a positive mindset. And it works because it trains your mind to focus on empowering thoughts rather than worries. Choose a simple phrase that resonates with you, like, I am calm and in control, or this too shall pass. Repeat it silently during stressful moments or whenever you need a mental reset. Next, try aromatherapy. Certain scents have a calming effect on the mind, helping you relax and unwind. Aromatherapy taps into your senses and creates a direct pathway to reducing stress. Try using essential oils like lavender, chamomile, or sandalwood in a diffuser or applying them to your wrists. It might sound a bit unusual, but the soothing power of scent can genuinely help you feel more grounded and peaceful. Because when it comes to finding lasting peace of mind and your mental health, what it all boils down to is this. By choosing to proactively focus on cultivating calm and clarity in your life, you're taking powerful steps towards not only managing the everyday stresses that come your way, but also creating a deeper sense of inner contentment. It's about learning to navigate life with more ease and knowing that even when things get tough, you have the tools to stay grounded. When you choose to make your peace of mind a priority, you're setting yourself up for a life that feels more balanced, resilient, and fulfilling. The choice is yours, as it is with all things related to your well-being. So, what choice will you make today? Each week I like to finish up by sharing a quote about the week's topic, and I encourage you to take a few moments to really reflect on it and consider what it means to you. This week's quote is by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and it is, "Nothing can bring you peace but yourself." Let me repeat that. Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. Alright, that's nearly it for this week. Support my show on Patreon for early access to ad-free episodes and more. You'll find it linked in the episode description. And let me know, how do you find lasting peace of mind? If you're on Spotify, you can share in the comment section below. Otherwise, let me know on Instagram at LTA Mental Health, or comment on the transcript and show notes, which you can have delivered to your inbox each week. Sign up at ltamh.com or use the link in the episode description. I'll talk to you next week for a new episode when I'll be discussing how to let yourself be vulnerable and why it's quite probably the best thing you'll ever do for your mental health. That will be out on November 10. Hit follow on your podcast service and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Thank you very much for joining me today. Look after yourself and make a conscious effort to share positivity and kindness out into the world, because you get back what you put out. Take care and talk to you next time. Let's Talk About Mental Health is an independent program proudly produced by Reconnaissance Media.